With the solar eclipse happening tomorrow, there are some very serious questions that every homesteader is going to ask. And me being kind of a newbie at it, I went to Google, I went to some Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and I did some research. And the question is, should your animals be put up for the solar eclipse? How much should you worry about your animal being outside during the solar eclipse? And while the canine behind me is probably the #1 concern, only because she's our baby, and our Aussie that's inside because he barks too much, he's our baby too. But let's face it, when they're outside, they care more about the goats and the cats and what they're doing instead of what the sun's doing. So I'm really not too worried about the dogs. And let's face it, they'll probably be inside taking a nap while it's happening. Now our barn cats, they're pretty lazy. They have this whole giant room to themselves, and frankly, almost any time I come in throughout the day, one of the two of them is sitting on that tractor seat behind me taking a nap. But the goats are outside a lot during the day, and so I wanted to just make sure that it was okay to have them out grazing in the middle of the sunny field in the middle of the day. And after doing some research, seeing a bunch of the articles that are floating around leading up to the eclipse, I've come to one conclusion. And that conclusion is that humans are stupid. Humans are the only animal that is stupid enough to actually stare at the sun long enough to hurt their eyes during a solar eclipse. The animals are going to be paying attention to the grass below them, the fact that it's getting darker. They're going to think, oh, maybe it's nighttime. I've read that most animals are just going to come in on their own. For example, our goats come in on their own almost every night on their own. We have only had to call for them one time. Every other time, when we come in at nighttime to close the door, they're already in the barn waiting for us. So that tells me that they're gonna see it getting darker and they're gonna come in. They're not going to be staring at the sun like all of us stupid humans. Now, our goats especially, I think, would be extra protected simply because the hair grows over their eyes. And you can see that, let's see if I can get, Monty, you can barely see his eyes right there on the far side of the screen. Josie here behind me, you can barely see hers at all either. Both of the goats, both of those two goats, we probably need to actually trim their hair soon because it is getting so long. They get this thing called wool blindness, where their hair or their wool or whatever grows over their eyes and they can't see anything. So really not overly worried about our goats getting major eye damage from the solar eclipse. Frankly, I'm more worried about all of the humans out there that are going to desperately hurt their eyes because they did not use protection to watch the solar eclipse. So whether you are a goat or a cat or a dog or a stupid human, hope you have fun tomorrow enjoying the solar eclipse and hope you stay safe.